everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez with the Weekly Report, which is your look at news from the city of Kansas City, and we're also going to tell you about a bunch of upcoming events that you can participate in. Right now we are at an open house because we like to get your input on major projects. This is for bike lanes along the Paseo. So come down and join us for the next one, which is June 21st at Center High School in the gym, which is located at 8715 Holmes Road, and that runs from 4:30 to 7 p.m. We are going to be adding bike lanes to the Paseo, and that will make it the longest contiguous bike project in the city, running all the way from Independence Avenue down to 85th Street, and that's 9.5 miles each way. We have a lot of upcoming bike and pedestrian projects, and we want to keep getting your input. For most kids, summertime means a chance to go outside, play at the park, maybe go to the pool. But it also sometimes means a loss of reading skills, and Turn the Page KC hopes to change all of that. Turn the Page KC is the mayor's program for kids K through 3 to help them learn how to read. It helps them maintain and even increase their reading levels during the summer. So parents are invited to bring the kids to a fun event called Reading Rocks. It's June 20th at the Sprint Center from 1 to 3 p.m. Kids can play at interactive stations. You can even meet the mayor and get a bag of books to take home.
Well, it's important for kids to read in the summer because if they don't, then they'll simply slide back. And that means that they'll enter the next fall behind where they were when they left in the spring. So by reading during the summer, they're able to maintain that level of proficiency that they started off with when they left school in May.
So please join us and be sure to RSVP first at turnthepagekc.org. It's always nice to ride the streetcar, get where you're going downtown. Well, you'll see some artistic flourishes this summer. It's part of the Art in the Loop project, and you'll see all kinds of cool stuff at various streetcar stops. Also on Wednesdays, if you're riding the streetcar, you may even catch a live performance of music on the streetcar itself. So be sure to check out artintheloop.com for more details about this annual Art in the Loop festival. Boy, time flies, doesn't it? It has already been more than a year since voters approved the Go KC Bonds program. That means a lot of construction is already underway all over town. Be sure to check it out because these are things like sidewalks, fountains, bridges, all under construction or under repair. In just a few minutes, we will show you the Year 1 video report card. We want you to be able to keep track of how your tax dollars are working for you. Remember that Go KC Bonds also help to accelerate resident-requested PIAC projects. So now's your chance to suggest a project at an upcoming PIAC meeting near you. The next meeting will be held on Tuesday, June 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Southeast Community Center, which is located at 4201 East 63rd Street. Then on Monday, June 18th from 6 to 8 in the evening, they'll be at the KCPD North Patrol Division, which is located at 11,000 Prairie View Road. And then there will be a third meeting held on Monday, July 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Grace and Holy Trinity Cathedral, which is downtown, located at 415 West 13th Street. For more information and the complete PIAC meeting schedule, go to kcmo.gov/PIAC, which is P-I-A-C. Did you know that the city now owns a grocery store? Yes, in order to support economic development and to provide a service for residents, the city is opening a brand new Sunfresh grocery store. It is located in the Winnwood Shopping Center, and this will bring an end to the food desert for neighborhood residents.
I want to thank Troy Schulte because Troy worked his tail off. This was an unusual deal. When you don't have developers who are willing to step up, but you have great and strong community interest, that's when the city tries to step in, because that's one of those rare occasions when the city does become a developer. And this is one of those places where we chose to be a developer because we knew that this had to get done.
Please join us for ribbon cutting on Saturday, June 16th at 10 a.m. And keep in mind that more than $2 billion in private and public money has been invested to redevelop the East Side since 2011. As I mentioned, we have some new videos headed your way, so let's kick that off with something from the Parks Department about those improvements at Winnwood Park.
So welcome, I'm Mark McHenry from KC Parks and Recreation Department, and I want to welcome you to Winnwood Park. and I think everybody knows pretty much the park area. I think everybody a Northlander? Is that a fair statement? Anybody here live south of the river? Well, if you do, you're welcome, but this is kind of a Northland thing. Council District 1, Northland, Clay County. I am going to have a few people speak this morning, and then we're going to get to the real serious business of cutting the ribbon and checking out this playground. And the first person I'd like to ask come forward is Mayor Pro Tem Scott Wagner.
All right. Well, it is so great to see all you young people here this morning. I understand you've got an event coming up later this week that we all need to go to. Is that right? Yeah. All right. Well, you'll be able to make your plugs throughout the morning. But it is great to be here with you this morning because it is yet another investment in the Northland and in all the play assets that we have here. It is so important that we continue to keep our parks upgraded for these guys, because without that, there's just not as much fun, not as much left to do. And if there's anything we're known for in the Northland, it is fun, right?
That's right.
All right.
It's on the sign, too.
And it's on the sign, too.
We are so grateful we have a great place in the Northland in our park. So Mark, thank you. Dave, thank you for giving the kids a healthy place to play. And this is not only just a healthy, safe place to play, but it's fun. And that makes it a win for your parents, it makes it a win for us and for you. So we're really excited to give you this opportunity to play and enjoy this and be healthy and invite your friends out and have them join you to play, because this is where Kansas City plays, right here in our parks, and we're happy that we get to be a part of it. So have a great time today and stay warm while you're doing it. Thanks.
Just a little history about me. I grew up here. I remember this when there was really nothing here, and then we got the old playground and some ball fields and tennis courts, and now this great playground. So it's great to see things happen over the years. Like I say, I've loved the Northland. I've loved Kansas City my entire life. This has been a great place to grow up. You guys have fun. You have a great place. You've got great schools. And all I can say is you've got 2 or 3 more years here to enjoy this playground while you're at Winnwood. So congratulations.
And I mentioned PIAC, and it was mentioned earlier, PIAC, Public Improvements Advisory Committee, it's sales tax funds, and those are the dollars that were made available to build this playground. So you guys aren't quite yet old enough to do that. But
Tell your parents.
Tell your parents. Tell your parents. That's right. Tell your parents. Go vote. I can't tell you which way to vote. I just say go vote. They can probably tell you which way to vote. Anyway, well, without any further ado, I believe we have a ribbon to cut and a playground to check out. So let's head this way.
Okay, is everybody ready for the ribbon to be cut?
Yeah!
On 3. Everybody count with me.
1, 2, 3.
Art in the Loop has partnered with the city and the Parks Department this year to bring you music and art in West Terrace Park, on the Kansas City streetcar, and at the downtown library. We've got all sorts of music coming your way, all local musicians that went through a competitive process. So this year we're working with 15 visual artists that are bringing their artworks to downtown Kansas City. Our theme for this year is KC Plays, so all the artwork is interactive. As you can see, it's inspired by Slinky Balls, and it's a fun, interactive piece. We also have an exhibition going on at the Box Gallery at 1000 Walnut. You'll also be able to pick up our Art in the Loop scavenger hunt bingo cards there, which could be a fun way to learn more about the artwork downtown this summer.
In year 1 of the Go KC projects, the city gets to work with groundbreakings. That includes a creative boot tossing. Improving flood control means you won't need your waders so often.
I think this is our 10th ribbon cutting or groundbreaking or boot tossing.
Year 1 also launched a new sidewalk repair program. Local workers pour concrete to smooth the way in neighborhoods across the city. The City Council also approved a new sidewalk inspection program that prioritizes repairs based on important factors like access to schools and bus stops. These signs in your neighborhood signal upcoming repairs, and Go KC bond revenue now pays the cost rather than individual property owners, bringing equality to sidewalk repairs citywide.
Being able to make an impact, and you can see the impact. It's just not spotty repairs. You can see the whole block being done.
I couldn't be happier about the progress that's starting to be made.
Year one of the 20-year program focused on 25 projects. We have repaired fountains, synchronized traffic signals, and held several design open house sessions to gather community input prior to construction. Many of these are multi-year projects, so you will continue to see progress reports in upcoming years. Take a look at the Year 1 status report. To download the Year 1 report card, visit kcmo.gov/gokc. You'll also find a link to the Project Explorer in Open Data KC, where you can track our progress 24/7. Year 2 includes the expected move of the new animal shelter from design to actual construction. Thank you for supporting GoKC, and Year 2 will continue to put your tax dollars to work.
Construction in South Kansas City is booming.
This is a 165-ton American crawler crane dropping a 19.5-ton steel weight from 60 feet to dynamically compact the soils.
This is dynamic compaction, and it's the latest step in building a levee to protect the Dodson Industrial District from flooding. Richard Gaskin is the project manager for KC Water.
There are quite a few voids and other material, so the dynamic compaction allows us to utilize the area without having to remove the material. Basically, it can be compacted and we can construct the levee on a firm foundation.
Over the next several weeks, that 19-ton weight will be dropped more than 18,000 times across this lot near 85th and Hickman Mills Drive.
After we're done with this first pass, they will go through and backfill all the craters, and I will lay out a second offset 10-foot grid, which would be the equivalent of hitting the center of the five hole of a dice.
Weather permitting, it will take a little more than a month to get this done. The entire levee project is expected to be completed in 2020.
This is phase 5 of the Dodson project, which is the final phase. With this phase, the levee construction will be completed, will be tied into the flood wall, also tied into the banister levee on the upstream side of the project. The project has been in the planning since the 1990s. We're excited about being finished.
KC Water is partnering with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on this project, which is funded in part with GO bonds Kansas City voters approved last year. For KC Water, I'm Brooke Givens.
Today we are at the John Warnell House Museum, located at 61st and Warnell Road, a landmark that is on the National Register of Historic Places. And we are with Executive Director Carrie Nichols to tell us about upcoming programming that is supported by the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund. Carrie, thank you for taking time to talk to us today.
Thank you for coming out today.
You've got lots of activities and events that are happening here and at another related museum, the Alexander Major's House. Can you tell us about some of the upcoming events?
Absolutely. So we have an abundance of events taking place at the John Warnell House Museum as well as the Alexander Major's House Museum and Barn. And we're coming up on summer. And so we really focus in the summer on a lot of our youth programming, particularly our summer camps. Our summer camps are very popular, and we really get the kids out and engaged with demonstrations and all types of activities from storytelling to crafts that really focus on different aspects of the mid-19th century, including the Civil War, of course, early women's history, westward expansion. And, you know, the kids come back. We have camps in June and July, and they're week-long camps. But we also have day options, which is new for us this year. And so we've got a lot of people in the community that are really excited about that opportunity. And we even have some kids that have signed up for both months.
Great. And what ages are we talking for the summer camp?
Sure. So we really focus on ages 6 through 12. But, you know, we have kids that come back year after year, and they really kind of become a family to us. And after they leave us at the age of 12, they're eligible to come back as junior volunteers and help out with the younger kids during the summer camp program. And we really encourage that as well.
And what role do you see that historic sites like these museums play for the community?
Historic sites like the Warnell and the Major's House Museums really serve as authentic locations to immerse yourself and learn about history. Really no other way to do it. You know, you're here on site and just to touch base with yourself in that time period. And so we see that as so important to be immersive and on-site. You know, we also have programs off-site. We do a lot of programs off-site on request. So we do like to go out into the community as well and share information about what we're doing, and hopefully bring in more people to the house museums too.
And with all of the programming that you have set up, where's the best place to find information, current information?
We have a very active website, so warnellmajors.org. On that website, we would encourage you to sign up for our emails, and we would send you very detailed information about all of our current programming. And we're also very active on social media, so do not forget to visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking time in this beautiful space to tell us about your programs.
Thank you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/events. /NTDF.